Good morning, my dear students. Welcome our social science class. The previous class learned about the reading maps. Two types of maps, physical maps and cultural maps. Then another point, small scale map and a large scale map. Then small scale map and large scale map. Map scale, three types of scale: statement scale, representative fraction scale and linear scale. Okay. Then next, direction of maps: north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. These are the 8 directions of the map. The last one, signs and symbols of map. And today, now we discuss the next chapter, economic thought. Next chapter, economic thought. Economic thought. What is economics? What is economics? Who was the father of economics? Okay, who was the father of economics? Okay, you know, Adam Smith. Adam Smith is the father of economics. What is economics? Economics is the branch of science that studies economic activities relating to the production, distribution and consumption. Production, distribution and consumption. Economics is the branch of science. Branch of science. Economic activities relating to production and distribution and consumption. Okay. Then look at the pictures. What activities are people engaged in? First one, agricultural picture. Second one, regulating traffic picture. Third one, factories pictures. Then fourth one, service picture, doctors. Okay. Agriculture and factory works came to production of goods. Then traffic police and doctor pictures is service picture. Two types of picture, service picture and goods picture. Agriculture and factories are goods. Then doctors and traffic police are service picture. Okay. Then man satisfy his wants through the consumption of goods and service. Okay, listen, goods and service. The reward received by the participating in the production process is spent on consumption, production and distribution of goods and service. Okay. The reward received by the participating in the production process is spent in the consumption. Okay. Therefore, there is a correlation between production, distribution and consumption of goods and service. Factors of production, previous knowledge. 4 factors of production. First one, land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. These are the factors of production in previous knowledge in 7th class or 6th class, etc. We learned the previous class. Land remuneration, rent. labor's remuneration, wages, capital remuneration, interest, entrepreneur remuneration, profit or lost is the factors of production. Okay. Then the fundamental problem faced by an economy. The fundamental problems faced by an economy. Read the paragraph in your textbook, page number 120. 120. A meeting was held in Varun's school to decide how to utilize the 1 acre land available in the campus. Many suggestions emerged, but an ideas of utilizing the land of farming received the maximum support. Though rice and plantain cultivations were discussed. Rice and plantain. Finally, it was decided to grow vegetables. Varun and his friends were overjoyed by the ideas of growing vegetables, as it gave them an opportunity to give pesticides free pesticide and cheap rate vegetable to the village. They decided to give a pesticide free vegetable and cheap rate vegetable into the village. Then Varun was entrusted with the responsibility of making a detailed plan about the areas of land and should be brought under cultivation. The types of vegetables to be cultivated, the methods of cultivation and care to be given, the beneficiaries, etc. Okay. Then don't such a discussion take the place at your home or school? In the above example, we gave discussion the basic problem in the economy. There are three essential questions associated with the every economic activity. First one, what to produce and how much to produce. What to produce and how much to produce. Then another, how to produce. Then third one, for whom to produce. Answers of the question decided to relevance to economic activities. First one, what to produce. What to produce. What to produce or how much to produce. Resources are limited, but it is very important to use of the available ones and to decide what to produce of the welfare of the society. Welfare of the society. What to produce, how much is very important. What to produce and how much is produced is very important. We have to decide about industrial products, the types of industry, the number of unit required, etc. need to consideration while planning. Okay. Then food, shelter, clothing, hospital, schools, etc. should be made and available according to the wants to the society. There should exist of balance between the wants of the society and quantity of production. The next, how to produce. How to produce? How to produce is decided on the basis of availability of resource and technology. For example, the service of laborers or machines can be utilized for agricultural activities like preparing land for cultivation, weeding, manuring, harvesting, etc. and etc. The selection of a particular method is decided on the basis of availability resources in an area. The methods of production varies with the availability of the resource. Okay, it's the how to produce. Then next, for whom to produce? For whom to produce? Production is undertaken to satisfy the wants of society. Human wants are unlimited. Okay. As soon as one get satisfied, another crops up. However, we may not have the necessary source to satisfy all our wants. Therefore, it is an important to prioritize our wants. Okay. We must plan production activities in such a way that is benefits the maximum number of individuals in the society. The total income generated is distributed as interest on capital, wages of labor, profit of entrepreneur, rent of the land. Okay, so previous knowledge, the factors of production. Then economics is not a merely a study of wealth. It is also a study of man and a society. Okay, man and society. Then next, so many economic thinkers. Two types of economic thinkers, Western thinkers and Indian thinkers. Adam Smith, Karl Marx, Alfred Marshall, Lionel Robbins and Paul A. Samuel. These are the Western thinkers in economics. Adam Smith, in his An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nation, has laid to strong foundation for economic. He described economics as a study of wealth. Economics is the study of wealth. He wanted limited government interventions in the economic activities and urged for more freedom in individuals. This is known as the theory of laissez-faire theory. Theory of laissez-faire theory. Laissez-faire theory. Laissez-faire theory is contributed to the Adam Smith. Okay. Then another Western thinker is Karl Marx. Karl Marx. Marx gave an importance to the role of laborers, importance to the role of laborers in the production process. Important the laborers in the production process. He maintained that the basis of production is the manpower of labor. Manpower of labor, and that the price of product is the reward for it. However, the laborers get only a portion, while the lion's share goes to the capitalist as profit. Karl Marx of this surplus value, he dreamed about a society, where there is no difference between the haves and the have-nots. This idea of Karl Marx are the containing in his magnum opus, Das Kapital. Okay, Das Kapital. Then another Western thinker, Alfred Marshall. Alfred Marshall presented several new principles in the field of economics. He introduced the several new principles. He believed that the wealth should ultimately result in the welfare of the society. Economic activities must be welfare oriented. These principles are contained in his works, Principles of Economics. Then another famous Western thinkers, Lionel Robbins. Lionel Robbins suggested that he should prioritize our wants for the judicious utilization of limited resources. Okay, then another thinker, Paul A. Samuelson, the American economist, presented his ideas in the beginning of the 20th century. He maintained that the nation's financial stability depend on the efficient economic planning and proper utilization of resources. These are the famous Western economic thinkers. Okay. Then look at the table. Page number 1 to 5. Thinkers. Adam Smith. Basic ideas. Study of wealth of nation. Then second one, Karl Marx. Basic ideas, importance of laborers. Third one, Alfred Marshall, human welfare. Basic ideas of human welfare. Then next, Lionel Robbins, ultimate wants and limited resources. The last one, Paul A. Samuelson, a nation's financial stability depend on efficient economic planning and proper utilization of resource. These are the Western thinkers. Then another Indian economic thinkers, Chanakya or Kaudilyan. Dadabhai Naoroji, Gandhiji, then Amartya Sen. These are the Indian economic thinkers. Chanakya or Kaudilya is the chief advisor of the Chandragupta Maurya, wrote the famous books Arthashastra. It is the major work of Indian economic thought. Arthashastra is the major work of Indian economic thought. Lack of effective economic activities can bring a nation to ruin. He emphasized importance of following the right policies of a national progress. This would help the nation to prevent loss of revenue. Chanakya played a key role in making Magadha a powerful nation. Then another Indian economic thinker, Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji was well-known economist in British India. He pointed out that the British were draining our resource, and that this led to economic crisis and poverty. This is known as drain theory. Then drain theory. The main resource for the drain of source were the following. The British officers in India were paid a high salary. Goods made for the Indian raw materials and resource brought the extremely low price were sold at a high price in the Indian market. Raw materials bought the cheap rate and sold a high price the product. Indian wealth was robbed for expanding the British Empire. Indian laborers were treated as slave and firm of the industrial products were exported to England. These are the main reason for the drain theory. Dadabhai Naoroji was the famous Indian economist thinker, as well known as economist in British India. He pointed out that the British were draining our resource, and that is led to economic crisis and poverty in India. This is known as drain theory. Okay. Then the next day, Ramesh Chandra Dutt. Ramesh Chandra Dutt on British exploitation of India also strengthened in Indian economic thought. His study revealed how to Western civilization and British exploitations ruined India. Then next Indian economist thinker, our national father of our nations. Okay. Mahatma Gandhi was the father of our nation, who contributed the originated ideas and economic since the Dadabhai Naoroji. His ideas can be found in his first book, Hindu Swaraj. Not a Hindu Swaraj. Published in 1909. Okay, 1909. Gandhiji's ideas gave an importance to moral values and rural economy. His ideas of trusteeship ideas of trusteeship led to trusteeship. Gandhiji aimed at an economy which is the founded of truth and non-violence. Main ideas of trusteeship. First one, priority of rural agricultural system. Gandhiji priority to rural agricultural system. Then another point, emphasize on small and cottage industry, Formation, next point, formation an economy built on equality. Then a self-sufficient, last point, self-sufficient and a self-reliant local economy. These are the main ideas of trusteeship or Gandhiji, main ideas of Gandhiji. Many Indian economists were impressed with the economic ideas of Gandhiji. So many Indian economists were impressed with the ideas of Gandhiji. Economists like J.S. Kumarappa, Sriman Narayanan and Dharampal wanted to independent India's developed to given priority to agricultural and small scale industry in India. Okay, another famous Indian economist thinker, Amartya Sen. Amartya Sen is an Indian economist who received a Nobel Prize, the Nobel Prize for economics in 1998. Okay, 1998. His major works covered vast areas like welfare economics, economic inequality and development. His major works, Amartya Sen major works covered vast areas like welfare economic inequality and development. Amartya Sen point out the flaw in determining the poverty line. What means poverty line? APL or BPL, poverty line, to 4 types of ration card in our society. Okay, and concentrated his studies on poverty, inequality and famine. Poverty, inequality and famine. We have discussed the contribution made by some leading Indian economists during the various stages of development of economics. Such thought influenced the economic policy formation of the country. Okay. Then complete the flow chart. Page number 129. Indian economic thinkers. Chanakya, Dadabhai Naoroji, Gandhiji, Amartya Sen. Okay. Then Chanakya, prevention in income loss and effective economic performance. Then Amartya Sen, welfare economic. Then Dadabhai Naoroji, drain theory. Gandhiji, trusteeship. These are the main points in Indian thinkers, economics thinkers. Economic is an constantly growing areas of study. It study enables to find the solution of socio-economic problems in our society and to understand the emerging world economic conditions. Okay. Then these are the main points in this chapter. Listen, all of you listen. This chapter is economic thought. What is economics? Father of economics. Then fundamental problems faced by an economics. What are the fundamental problems faced by an economy? What to produce, how to produce, how much to produce, to whom to produce. These are the main fundamental problems faced in our society. Then two types of economic thinkers, Western thinkers and Indian thinkers. Adam Smith, Karl Marx, Alfred Marshall, then Lionel Robbins and Paul A. Samuels are the major or main Western thinkers. Then another Indian thinkers. Indian thinkers, Chanakyan or Vishnuguptan. So many names. Then Dadabhai Naoroji, Gandhiji, Dadabhai Naoroji, Gandhiji, Amartya Sen. These are the main major Indian economist thinkers. The next, look at the page number 131. Let us assess. First question, list any 5 activities related to production. Another question, which are the 4 major factors of production? Which are the 4 major factors of production? Land, labor, capital and organization. Land, remuneration, rent. Labor, remuneration, wages. Capital, remuneration, interest. Organization or entrepreneur, remuneration, profit or loss. These are the major factors of production. Then next one, evaluate the significance of the principles of laissez-faire in the modern world. Then another question, the various definition of economic reflected the socio-economic condition prevalent in that time. Evaluate the statement. Evaluate the statement. The next question, India of my dreams, a self-sufficient village economy. Evaluate the significance of Gandhian thought in the present day India based on this statement. The next question, which are the basic economic problems? Which are the basic economic problems? The last question, explain the importance of study of economics. Importance of study of economics. Then last question, write down the name Western thinkers and Indian thinkers. Write down the name Western thinkers and Indian thinkers. Okay. Thought of economics, production, distribution and consumption, basic problems, what, how, for whom. Then economics, economist, Western economist and Indian economist. Name of the Western economics and the name of the Indian economics. Okay. And today, now wind up the class. We see the next class. Okay. Thank you.